I forgot the microphone. Good evening, darlings, and a big fat Oprah Winfrey welcome to what day is it? Wednesday. Wednesday. Yeah, let's turn that down, shall we? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live, darlings. I hope you've had a splendid day. I'm looking forward to spending the next hour with you. And gosh, this is it. We're going to see out Wednesday, and we're going to see in Election Day. And whether you're interested in politics or not, it's going to be an important day, darlings, because even if you're not interested in politics, and I can understand that, I've heard all of the arguments. I'm sure you're interested in how much tax you have to pay. I'm sure you're interested in whether you can get an appointment with your doctor, whether you can get an NHS dentist, all of that sort of thing. So it does affect everybody. And tomorrow is likely to be a seismic day, a day that will go down in history, a record breaking day. So there we are. There we are. It's going to be interesting. And tomorrow night, I'm not going to be the only one who's going to be trying to stay up through the night to watch the results come in live. But there we are. There we are. Who's with us? First cab off the rank tonight is Jimmy the Mighty Quinn, who says good evening, Boaty and all. And good old Jimmy, he knows what we're all about here. He just waves straight in and says, for dinner tonight, I had katsu chicken curry with garlic and ginger rice. So there we are. He knows. You all should know. I want to know what you've been eating today. Oh, yeah. I want to know it all. Hello, Emma. Hello, Lord Stiff Upper Lip. Now then, yes, of course. In other sporting news, Andy Murray is out of the singles, but he's playing doubles with his brother and mixed doubles with Emma, what's her name, Raducanu. So, yeah, we might be seeing Andy on the old centre court after all. Now, new wine day, darlings. I haven't tasted it. I've got no idea what this is going to be like. I'm ready for the swally, as our Scottish friends would say. Let's give it a go, shall we? Not an unpleasant nose. Oh. Oh, 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 now then, now then, now then. It's a very different taste. Oh, but it's doing the job. Oh, God. Oh, it's doing the job. Oh, I say. Oh, now then. Oh, it's like getting out of a. It's like getting out of a medium term relationship and sleeping with somebody else for the first time. It's a bit different. It's not what you're used to, but it's doing the trick. Ah, I think I can cope with that. It's not as pleasant, quite honestly, but the consequences can still be of great charm and delight. Ah, Oh, yeah. Good evening, Jimmy, Chat, and Backdoor Boaty, says Barry Stratospherian is here with us and says evening, Boaty and fellow chat bugs. Barry is here. That guy from SETI Alpha 5. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. That's a reference to the thumbnail. Just a short visit. Myself and Karen are having a meal, but wanted to say hi. Well, hi to you, Barry. And if you head over to Barry's channel, there is indeed a new video giving a little teaser on his second book, showing you the cover art and whatnot, and, you know, giving a bit of an explanation and how it's different to the first one and some of the research that went into writing it. So have a peek. Yeah, all the Windsor Davis stuff's coming out. Quite right too. Yeah, I'm quite fond of tonight's thumbnail, darlings. Carl is here, World of True Crime. Hi, folks. Hope all is well. Peter P is here. Good evening, Bertie, or should I say Monsieur Alphonse. What software do you use for thumbnails, Jason? Asked Carl. I use 3, and I can't remember what any of them are called. That's helpful, isn't it? Oh, well, one of them is just the app that comes on the iPad. The other 2, one is called Live Collage, and the other one is called Photo Editor, I think. And I will normally use all 3 on a single thumbnail. It'll get partly done in one, and then I'll export it to another and do a bit more, and then it'll go to another for the finishing touches. I suppose it would be easier if I had an all singing, all dancing app that did everything, but there you go. That's just what I ended up doing. Now, there is some exciting video app news coming, darlings. But I'm going to whiz through the comments before I tell you that. Don't let me forget. Disinterested Car Girl, the lovely M11 is with us. Good evening to all of my favourite sausages. And to the big banger himself, Mr. Boaty. And Peter P beats me to it. Hi, Disintegrated Car Girl, and congratulations. Yes, congratulations indeed. Our Emma burst through the 100 subscriber mark very late last night or early this morning. And the last time I checked has flown straight up to 106 with views on her videos and whatnot. She'll be monetized before too long. You can bet on that. So well done, Emma. Well deserved. And well done to all of you for supporting another community channel. Thank you all. Project Nigel is with us, dear old Captain Mustard. Very kind of him to pop in. And do remember that Captain Mustard pledged in his video last night that his videos are going to improve. So I would urge you, don't give up on him. Yes, his videos have been, an exercise in all that is turgid and terrible to get through. But he's our friend. He's our hairy camp damp friend. So don't give up on him. Those videos, they're going to get better. Oh, yeah. He has promised. And he's a man of his word, within reason. Alan Simpson is here and says, greetings, Boaty and chums. Hope you're all having a happy hump day. Oh, yeah, it's hump day, isn't it? A very good evening, Boaty. And everyone in chat says the fabulous Andrew Buttigieg, who we know and love as Ivor Spotty Butty. The equally marvellous Neil, the very, very nice man who hates Gibbons, says, hello all. How are we tonight? Hope everyone has had a pleasant day. Are you back home now, Neil? Is it all back to normal? I'm not going to ask you too many questions because obviously you're the man who never knows where you are. So I imagine you don't know where you live. So if you are back at home, then well done on eventually finding the place where you live. Might have taken you an effort or two, but you did it. Well done, you. Although, if you've got Sophie with you, presumably she knows where she lives, and she will be able to give you guidance. like a wise and honourable guidance lady. And talking of Neil and Sophie, of course, they featured in tonight's video, which I can report over 7 of you have already watched, and I hope you enjoyed it. We will see, Boaty, says Barry Scrotter, and I've already forgotten what that's in relation to. Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, which is, of course, the Leisure Peninsula. Oh, is here and says, how are you today, Jason? I'm okay. How are they, Captain Mustard and Emma and Mrs. Greenwood? Well, I'm sure they will let you know in due course. And hope everyone's had as good a day as possible. That's very kind. Today, Boaty, says Baddy Scrotter, before breakfast I ate 50 pies. If anybody else said that, I'd think it was a joke. I kind of believe it. I've eaten half a block of cheese at work, says Mustard. Video evidence coming soon. See, I told you his videos were going to get better. And he did give us warning that today's food was going to consist of half a lump of cheese. You'll be getting called Barry Shit Pies at this rate, Mr. Scrotter. Barry Shit Pies. Oh dear, I like that. They call him Barry Shit Peas because he shits peas. They call him Barry Shit Pies because he shits pies. Oh, that'd be uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Shitting a pie. Oh dear. Oh, Simone is here and says, hello, I'm in horrible pain. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. My upper trapezius muscle has spasmed. Ouch, says Barry. And Simone goes on to say, it happens from time to time over the last 25 years. Oh, and disintegrated. I keep calling her that. Emma is on 107 subscribers now, so jolly well done you. I've done rather well for subscribers today. I've only lost 1. That's a good day for me. Oh, dear. I had a fry-up, says Baddy Scrotter. The black pudding wasn't there when it arrived, though. Maybe next time. People are congratulating Emma. Yes, they were indeed questionable people who subscribed last night. If you like red wine, says Jimmy Quinn, Aldi, you've got a Cabernet Sauvignon Cool Butter Australia 2012 limited edition, 14.5% ABV. Very nice. I can't drink red wine, unfortunately. Allergic. So, I was going to tell you about. Now, it's been very quiet at the restaurant tonight, darlings. Oh, yes, very quiet at the restaurant tonight. It's been very quiet. So, I have finally. Now, some of you will know that I do all of my video editing on the most basic bit of software in the world. I do it on iMovie, the free iOS app, and I do it on my iPad. Now, about a year ago, God, how ridiculous. It is a year ago. I thought, right, I need to do this. I'm trying to do this seriously now. I need to up my game and be a bit more professional. So I did my research and I found that what was generally accepted to be the best app for iOS was an app called LumaFusion, and it is specially designed to be used on the iOS platform, specifically on iPad. And of course, I do everything on iPad. So I kept my eye on this, and when it went on to special offer, I think it was half price, I bought it. I bought the app. It's not a free one. So I bought the app and I thought, brilliant. Now I can really start to improve my videos. I can make them more polished, more professional. There'll be better effects, blah, blah, blah. So I sat down that next day Opened up the app, thought, here we go. Couldn't make head nor tail of it. Couldn't make head nor tail of it, darlings. And for the past year, I've looked at it about once a week to begin with, once a month after that, and thought, oh God, I really should do it, shall I? And I've just never used it. Tonight, I sat there in that restaurant, did my restaurant admin, and thought, I'm going to have a go with this. I'm going to have a go with this. And I think I've started to get my head around it. So, and it's really rather good. Now, I've already discovered that it's not perfect, and bizarrely, there's at least one thing that I use regularly. Well, that I use on every single video on iMovie that just isn't available on Luma. And I even Googled it, and people say, yeah, I just create it in Luma, and then I just run it through iMovie when it's all done to add this final effect. But honestly, and I'm only starting to get my head around it, but the features that it's got are amazing. Different world. No wonder I was confused by it. It's it's a proper app, whereas iMovie is designed for kids to put something together on their phones. This is a proper professional app, and it is like a different world. But I'm starting to get there. So in the not too distant future, I'm going to create my first video using my paid for professional appy thing. And you'll know when I've done it because you'll see all of the different twiddly bits on it. It has got some fabulous twiddly bits, and it's so much more flexible, and you can do so much more. I'm genuinely quite excited about it. Simone says, the other day I finally hit 1770 subs. Very pleased. Well done, you. Well done, the M11, says Alan Simpson. It's a great week channel. Are you going to editing father? Asked Mustard. Well, yeah, I'm. Yeah, my editing is going to take a bit longer, but hopefully it's going to make for a better end result. The one thing I've decided is that the Wales video, I might have missed a word there. Yeah, well, you often do. We translate you automatically, dear boy. The Wales video, that is definitely going to be done in the new edit suite. Oh, Russ is here, Dino Dad. Hey all, how are we? How are we indeed? So, food news. For lunch, I had I had the sausage and mash. I told you I was going to have. I had that huge potato. I made loads of beautifully seasoned, buttery mash with my chipolata sausages, a bit of roasted onion, gravy. Oh, and it was just a joy. It was to die for. And tonight I've got noodles that I didn't make. I've got ram noodles. And there they are. And what I can tell you is, these would blow your head off. Seriously hot. So I'm looking forward to those. Oh God, they are hot. Blimey, O'Reilly. And then tomorrow for lunch, I'm having salad tomorrow, and I'm having tandoori chicken, but I haven't decided what to have it with. So it's going to be chicken salad. I might have it with some naan bread, or I might have it with some baby potatoes that I'll steam and then stir fry in garam masala and other spices and herbs, or I might stir fry them in Mediterranean herbs in a nice infused olive oil. I don't know yet, haven't decided, but it will definitely be chicken and salad. Oh yeah. Where did I get to? Can you put effects on with your new software, Boaty? Like add beards, hats, crazy eyelashes, and mad glasses? Um, Almost certainly not, Alan. It's not that kind of app. It's a professional app for making professional films. Won't have any of those. And I hate those things anyway. If you want me not to watch one of your videos, then just put effects like that on it. And I'll tell you I've watched it all. I won't have. I'll have turned it off as soon as that kind of thing happened. I can't stand crazy effects or any of that nonsense. Can't bear it. But no, the new app is very, very serious. Um, it tells you to do things, and I don't even know what they are. I mean, when you first start, start a new project, hit this button, and it says, right, what frame rate do you want? What this, what that, what the other, and what this. So there's 5 things that you have to select before you even start, and I didn't know what any of them were. I still kind of don't. And then when you actually get into it, you can run about 50,000 things simultaneously on the same doings. And you can alter everything, and you're supposed to alter everything. And you're supposed to look at all these sine waves and things to balance the sound perfectly. And you can do amazing things with it. I just don't understand any of them. So it's obviously a very serious bit of kit for people who take it seriously. And that's kind of not me, but I'm going to have to learn, aren't I? Oh dear. Peter P. Oh, you cheeky chap, you. Yeah, and teeth, Alan. Oh dear. Oh, John Stoodley is with us. John Stoodley is with us. Hello, John. He did ping me. Let me just have a look. And he did message me the other night. He's not on holiday. He's not in Skegness. That's 2 weeks this Saturday. But he's having a bad time at the moment with depression and anxiety. So we send our love to you, John. And, hopefully keeping things reasonably in balance. Oh, Barry Scratter says Boaty. I had a look at Blot the other night. I forgot to say. Oh, God, what did you think? What did you think? Oh, it's a Blot night tonight. There's a new video out tonight. I'm kind of getting, I am getting a little bit bored with Blot now, if I'm honest. There's only so many times you can hear the same old catchphrases and watch him getting drunk and cooking some, fairly lousy food. And I kind of, I tell you what I do with Block now, right? He's kind of been downgraded. I don't really watch him. He's the last video that I put on that I only half watch. It's on in the background while I eat or do whatever. And then I fall asleep to it. And I end up only watching about maybe 10 minutes of a 1 hour video. Because, yeah, it's kind of, the novelty has kind of worn off a bit. Although I've been watching Block fairly faithfully for, God, it must be well over a year now. You guys were here. It was one of you who got me to watch it. One of his videos popped up on my thing, and I watched it. And I came onto a live stream that night or the next night or whenever. I said, you won't believe what I watched the other night. I watched this video and it's this guy and he goes camping in a really weird location and he gets so drunk he can hardly talk and then tries to cook food. And somebody said, oh yeah, that's the Blot Outdoor Show. You should watch his videos, they're great. So I went back to it and watched them and yeah, I did get into him. But I'm becoming more and more discerning with my viewing now. Outside of, immediate community videos. Oh, sorry. I've stopped watching a lot of them. I never watch Hubnut now. I'm sorry, hubby. I started watching them more and more intermittently, and now, to be honest, I just don't watch them. I haven't seen one of Matt's for ages. To be honest, all I watch now is Harry's Garage, and I find that I would rather watch a Harry's Garage video that I've already watched 20 times. I would rather watch that than watch somebody else's new one. And I'm trying to get myself into the mindset of thinking that, right, rather than just sticking my head up my ass and feeling sorry for myself, I've got to use this time productively. So I'm trying to think, right, and that's the reason why I've finally started using this new editing software. I've got to try and get my ass into gear and try and make videos that will do better so that if and when I get remonetized, then I can really make it worthwhile. But it's kind of hard to do. I think I spoke about it in today's Daily Diary video, that when it's just you on your own, it's difficult to motivate yourself to do something. Like when you've got somebody with you, then yeah, it's easier then. So like when Emma was here, then yeah, we had the amazing day in Wales. We did the Land Rover lunch. I could do a Land Rover lunch every day of the week. I know some beautiful spots in the Peak District. I could go out. It could be, a little bit of driving, some scenery, some walking, some cooking, and they would probably be videos that would do quite well. But for some reason, I can't motivate myself to bloody do them. Part of the reason is that, you're kind of always editing yesterday's video and you've got to go to work and stuff like that. But I really should make time for it. I should set aside 3 hours during the day where I go out in the Land Rover and do a lunch video. Make sure it's somewhere beautiful. Make sure that I don't do my normal thing, which is to just drive there, do something, drive back. I've got to remember that I'm supposed to be making stuff that other people want to watch. And I live in a beautiful part of the world. So I should be doing what Sean does and walking around and showing you all of the amazing scenery, not just showing it you out of a car window, and doing artistic shots with babbling brooks and all of that sort of thing. So, I mean, at the moment, the weather's shit. So that's been my excuse this week. But as soon as the weather starts getting a bit better, I really, really need to do that. Hello, here we go. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason, old sir.
Oh, it's Mr. Stephen Parry. How the devil are you?
Not too bad. How was your cheap plonk tonight, sir?
It's it'll get me there.
Have you thought about using a bit of lemonade or anything with it?
Oh God, no.
Any tonic to try and add to the taste, or a bit of lemon?
It's not that bad actually. It's just obviously it's a different grape than that to which I've been used for a couple of months now. So it's okay. It's okay. It's not too bad. I've drunk a lot worse. Certainly at the price point, I've drunk a lot worse.
Oh, that's good. What's name still been a good boy? Captain?
As far as I know.
They're not telling you off?
No, he hasn't.
Calling you a wanker or anything?
No, I think he's been too busy eating cheese. I don't know what he's been getting up to in the yard.
Has he turned to a rat or something, has he?
I don't know. I haven't actually spoken to him since Monday. He rang me today, and I missed the call. And the call was immediately followed by a message saying, "Don't call me back; it will spoil the joke." And he rang the live stream phone, not my personal phone. So God knows what all that was about. But I did what I was told, and I didn't call him back.
No problem. And also, well done to Emma.
Yes, she's doing really well.
Just a little, one last thing. I'll call you wanker, and I've just got this for Emma.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Good night, wanker.
Take care, mate.
Splendid evening, good sir.
Take care. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight on the Wirral, the Leisure Peninsula. Where were we? Oh, Paddy had a look at Blot, hadn't he? That's right. I wonder what sort of winter we're in for this year. It'd be nice to see some proper snow where I live. Bloody hell. Just come and live near me, mate. You'll see plenty of the bleeding stuff. Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord. And I should do that as well. You know, when it's snowing and whatnot, I should be getting out there in the Land Rover and trudging across snowy fields. And if anybody's got any bright ideas of how I can force myself or motivate myself to actually get out there and do it when I'm just here on my Jack Jones, when it's easier to stay in and overdose on sausage and mash, do let me know. I even thought about doing a variation on the stealth camping thing. I did think about going and cooking in weird places, like, you know, driving to a Tesco car park and cooking Momo in the busiest part of the car park, and probably getting moved on by security. Although you're allowed to park there for so many hours, aren't you? So if I went in there and bought some spring onions to chop up on me Momo, then I could get away with it. Or I don't know, some stuff like that. Just anything to get some views in, basically. I'd like to get views. Well, at the moment I don't give a shit. But if and when I get remonetized, I'd like to get views. Those noodles do look good, says Baddy Strata. Ross says Boaty's a big smashing piston channel fan then. Oh, you're talking about the effects and stuff. I love Simon to bits. He's a really, really nice guy. And I've genuinely always done my best to promote his channel in the early days when he was on here a lot. And I've always tried to watch his videos and, you know, support him. He's a lovely guy. Genuinely, he's a lovely guy. Simon's been here to Windy Bum. We've met at shows. He's been to the yard numerous times. And yeah, I mean, I know it's each to their own. And, you know, it's not for me to complain about what somebody else puts in their video or whatnot. But yeah, honestly, I try and watch every single one of his videos. And a lot of them, it'll get to a point where I think, oh, God, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. And yeah, I mean, there's one video that he did that I thought was superb. I watched it about 4 times. It was really good. And I told him so. I left comments and everything. And I know it's each to their own. And it is just a personal thing with me. I hate all of the silly effects and nonsenses. And I don't know. They do nothing for me. Would Sean know how to set up your app? Asked Peter P. Probably. He'd be better at it than me. Now, I don't know what Sean. I don't know what edit suite Sean uses. I know he uses a good one. I've seen screenshots of it and whatnot. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. It didn't play the sound. I'll let you for them.
Ah, okay. I did wonder.
Did you hear that, sir?
No.
Oh, it must be the phone. No problem. It was clapping. It was.
Oh, right. Okay.
Good evening, then, sir.
We'll take the clapping as read. M11, Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight on the Wheel has given you the clap. And if you wouldn't mind just accepting that and taking it as read, that would be greatly appreciated. Where was it? Oh, Sean, yeah. So he uses a proper edit suite. And obviously he's worked all of his professional career in television. So he understands all of the stuff that I don't. So I don't think he'd be familiar with the exact edit suite that I have, because I'm pretty certain he doesn't edit on iOS. But he would know the terms, you know. So when it says, do you want this? He would know what that was. When it says, do you want, how many of these do you want? He would know how many you should have and all of that sort of thing. So it'd be a lot better than me. He has offered to sit and give me some tutorials on editing and whatnot, either remotely over the phone or actually in person. And I'd probably learn a lot, to be fair. Sounds good, says Alan. Reassuring to know you've bought a high-quality piece of kit. Yeah, but that's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to get anything from it. I'm going to try. I'm going to persevere with it. Now that I've got over the first hurdle. Honestly, over the first year, I couldn't even work out how to put a piece of footage into the edit suite. I'm not joking. I didn't know. I couldn't work out how to take footage off my device and move it into the edit suite and start the editing thing. So I've kind of come on leaps and bounds tonight. Dino Dad Ross says, some advice, please. I need a tablet for work. Do I go for Apple iPad or Android? Well, over to you guys. But I mean, I would say, well, I mean, obviously, I hated Apple. I never wanted to be a sheep. I was a BlackBerry guy. I was BlackBerry for phones. I had a BlackBerry Playbook as my first tablet. And then for computers, I was Sony Vaio, however you pronounce it, all the way. Until I actually, through circumstance, was forced into trying Apple. And then I just thought, well, this is a million times better. Why would anybody use anything else? And then I didn't give a shit whether people thought I was an Apple fanboy or an idiot or anything like that. I just thought, this is better, so I'm going to use this. So, you know, personally, I would say get an iPad. But, you know, the thing with Apple is that the more stuff you've got, and it depends what you're going to do with it, but the more Apple stuff you've got, the better it works. So, you know, some aspects of it are really, really convenient. So, for example, how I work. As you know, I've got 3 iPhones of varying vintages. I've got the iPhone X that is just my live stream only phone because the microphone is knackered on it. but I use a plug-in mic for the live stream, so it works for that. So that's set up permanently over there, doesn't get used for anything else. And then I've got the iPhone 11 and the iPhone, what is it, 13? 13, I think. And they're the ones that I use for filming. And then I've got my iPads. So, but then everything that I film on the iPhones, it automatically goes up to the cloud and then automatically comes down from the cloud and makes its way onto all of my other devices. So I've got two iPads now. I've got the really old one and the less old one over there. And then I've got the MacBook over there. And upstairs, as you know, I've got the iMac that I bought for pennies off eBay at the back of last year. And so everything just automatically goes to every other device. And that's incredibly convenient. And the same is true for passwords. And, you know, it's just so useful when everything that you've got is connected in that way. And it's brilliant for it's brilliant for YouTubing and for filming and whatnot, because you're not taking up massive amounts of memory space. Like Mustard has got a 256 thing chip Dubry Firkin on his phone. I've got nothing like that. I can get away with like 32 things of memory because everything is stored up in the cloud, and there's only a really tiny version of it actually on the device. So you can film for days and days and weeks, and it doesn't leave an imprint on your device. I've got all of the whale stuff in the can, which is hours and hours of footage, which would max out the storage in theory, but you know, it takes up no space at all because it's just a tiny version of it that's actually on the device. And the main thing is stored up in the iCloud Heaven thing. And then when you want to do something with it, you drag it down from iCloud. And so, yeah, but I'm sure that many of you will say, oh, no, don't get Apple. It's terrible. It's overpriced. It's this, it's that. So each to their own, I guess. That's not helpful, is it, Ross? Blot is pretty funny, says Baddy Scrotter. Yeah, he's in the lakes tonight, isn't he, Mandingo? Mandingo. Yeah. Emma says, we watched Blot this Sunday. I was there. Oh, we watched Blot the Sunday I was there where we ate our supper. We did. And it was funny, but I bet it gets a bit too samey after a while. Yeah. Barry says, Ross, non-Apple products are cheaper. That's all I know. VW5150 has gone downhill for now, says Barry. I've got no idea what that's about. I unsubbed to Hubnut last year, says Ross. He was the first one I subbed to, which led to all the other channels. But his bumbling in the barn drove me nuts. Although he is good at reviews, which he should stick to. Oh, well, there we are. It was Naked Hiking Day a couple of days ago, says Emma. You should have done a video on that. Oh, and Emma loves your voice, Mr. Paddy. Peter P says, yes, a hike to Shillito Woods. You did promise to do a video from there. I did, didn't I? Well, what I should do is a Land Rover lunch from there. Because it's literally 10 minutes up the road, isn't it? So there's no reason why I couldn't do that. So, yeah, I mean, that should be like my default location. It's even closer than Longston Edge. I really must do this. And to make it properly interesting and worthwhile, it shouldn't just be that I'm cooking outside in somewhere that's probably quite a nice place to look at. I should set myself a challenge as well in terms of the actual cooking, because anybody can do a blot, you know, and buy a tin of curry and some Uncle Bensky lice and just warm it up in a pan. I should try and actually create something when I'm in these places. I mean, that could actually do something. That could go somewhere. That could get some views. Very silly that I don't do it. And I managed to blag all of the equipment, you know, tables, chairs, stoves. I didn't pay for any of them as it worked out. I didn't steal them or anything like that. If you remember, I just bought a job lot, kept what I needed, sold the rest for more than I paid for the whole thing. So it's ridiculous to have them and have the Land Rover and not put them to use. Actually, says Emma, I should have done a naked hiking video. My friend said her stepdad did a video of himself in the bath and it got thousands of views. I did a video of myself in the bath and I didn't get thousands of views. I got thousands of complaints and about 3 views. And I don't know how that works. I managed to get 3,000 complaints on a video that only got 3 bloody views. Only I could do that. I have a particular talent for these things, darling. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, and in tough news, amazingly, all these weeks on, it's still hanging on. God knows how. How that is still attached is absolutely beyond me, but there you are, it is. Oh, a Land Rover lunch in the snow. It'd do really well, wouldn't it, Em? That would genuinely do really well. I mean, that's the kind of thing that could get thousands and thousands of views. Oh, I need to do it. I need to do it. Yes, do a cooking in weird places series. I'd like to see that. Oh, in the middle of our Isle of Oldie, says Andrew. Oh dear. I need to visit, says Simone. Who's that aimed at? Oh, and Emma says she could film herself reading car magazines in the bath. Oh, right, that was obviously aimed at Emma, because Emma says, Simone, I was saying to Mr. B that I'd love to meet you. She was. We were talking about you at some point during our time together, and yeah, Emma would absolutely love to meet you. As would I, to be fair, as would I. So yeah, let's make more of this sort of thing happen, shall we? I do need to come down to Devon because I need to meet. Ugh. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm having one of those nights, darlings, when I'm all just jumping around a bit and burping a hell of a lot. It's not going to be my finest hour in terms of live stream. Oh, hello.
Hello.
It's Simone, everybody. How are you, my lovely?
It certainly is.
How are you?
I'm in quite a bit of pain.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh dear. Are you getting any sleep?
It only started this morning.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not the nicest of things. But
No.
yes, I would like to visit one day. That would be quite nice to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, I'd love to get down to Devon and catch up with Fran, catch up with you, catch up with my old places from when I lived down there. But it's time and it's money. It will happen. It will happen.
True. That is true. I mean, just out of curiosity, how far past Birmingham are you?
Past Birmingham, I'm in terms of miles or time?
Both. either?
I'm probably about 60, 70 miles north of Birmingham.
That's not too bad then, really.
It's
Birmingham's not a slog from here at all.
It's an easy trip. I mean, from where you are, then it's M5 obviously, and then you would jink across on the M42 as if you were going to the NEC, but you'd stay on the M42 all the way up to the M1.
Which I'm very familiar with that journey, apart from the M1. I've never been up there.
Well, you jump onto the M1 just before East Midlands Airport, and then it's 25 minutes up the M1 before you'd come off at junction 29 and head towards the Peak District.
Well, that's not too bad, as long as I've got plenty of stops and that kind of thing.
Well, you would always be very welcome to the old guest cupboard here.
That'd be quite good, yes. I need to get some new tyres on the Rover first, though.
Oh, on the 75?
Yes. It's I had some problems a little while ago and it wore the edges of the tyres down, so...
Right.
I had a track rod end was failing, and it affected everything, so...
Yeah, they're a bit fussy, aren't they, the 75 on the old suspension and wheelie doings?
Well, so having a very heavy front end doesn't really help, especially that being BMW engine.
Yeah, they are. Oh, of course, yours is the M47R, isn't it? It's the diesel.
Yes, it certainly is, and I'm hoping at some point to get it tweaked a little bit, which would be nice. Oh,
well, they are quite tunable, aren't they?
They certainly are. They certainly are, as Rob from Beards and Bangers has proven.
Oh, has he?
He has, yes. He's had a gadget plugged into his car and he's done all sorts of good stuff to it. So
I didn't know he had a diesel.
Sorry?
I didn't know he had a diesel.
No, I don't think it really matters either one, really. You can set the when you put the key in the door and you turn it left or right, you can make the windows go up and down if you use special software.
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah, I want that because I used to have it on my Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, well, you should get the you don't need the T4 to do that. P-Scan will do all of that for you. Have you got P-Scan?
I haven't. It's either P-Scan or TOF, one or the other. I can never remember which is which. I
personally think P-Scan is better. And the thing with P-Scan is that, bless him, he's developing it all the time. He's working with Matt at the moment, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of that. I've been too busy trying to get the Rover, the Cortina sorted out, and that's been an absolute nightmare. But, it is what it is.
Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. I mean, you're amazing. You just roll your sleeves up and do things. I find that incredibly impressive.
Well, people say to me, why are you not panicking about the state of the car? And it's like, well, I can't. There's no point. I just get myself worked up for no good reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, I must go because it is getting quite late now.
Oh, it's lovely to hear from you. And we should definitely organise some meaty up stuff. And Emma really wants to meet you as well. So maybe we could sort out a kind of halfway thing where we meet up for an overnight sort of halfway between us.
That would be good.
Yeah.
We'll sort something out.
Oh, okay.
All right, one more thing before I go.
Oh, the lovely Simone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What do you reckon, Emils? Would you be up, and anybody else who would fancy it, would you be up for a kind of, well, it would have to be a Monday night, wouldn't it, for me? A kind of Monday night meet up with Simone somewhere between here and Devon that was get toable for all of us. Simone could drive up, I could drive down. Oh, what did I press then? I pressed something I maybe shouldn't have. Hello.
Also, how you doing, you big beautiful bastard?
I'm all right, darling. How are you?
I'm all right. For a man who judges me from not knowing where I am, you don't know how far you are away from Birmingham, do you?
No, I haven't got a clue. Is it
99 miles.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Blimey. Yeah, but it depends where in Birmingham, doesn't it?
Not really. From the centre of the bull ring, it's 99 miles, 75 miles from my arse.
Oh, well, whatever. I'd just drive a bit quicker to make it shorter.
Yeah.
If I was doing 100 mile an hour, that would mean a mile was only 3/4 of a mile, wouldn't it? Or something like that.
True.
Are you back at work yet?
Yeah, I was back today.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it was good. We had a really good time in Llandudno, I should say.
Good boy. Well done. 10 out of 10.
Really enjoyed it. We don't want to come back, but we did.
Did you get a chance to do anything? Because obviously you got there quite late at night. Did you go up the Great Orme?
We didn't go up the Great Orme. We did see the cable cars that take you up. We were looking at going on them, but almost you know, because it looked a bit steeper than I thought.
Yeah. You don't have to use the cable cars. You can drive up, or you can go up on the tram.
We are planning to go back in the next couple of, well, it's either the next couple of weeks or the next month.
Oh,
it was really nice. We really enjoyed the town. It was just really, really nice.
Can I come?
Of course you can.
Oh, let's organise that then. Let's go to Llandudno.
I've got a week off next month, so we could arrange it to go like like we did, just meet up somewhere, jump straight in the car, straight there, and that's it. Because literally we don't get there till about 9 o'clock on the night, and it was still out, it wasn't that bad of a drive, to be fair.
No, that's easy. Straight down the A55, straight down the coast road.
Exactly, that's exactly what we did. It is absolutely beautiful. So.
It is. Oh, I'd love to do Llandudno with you guys.
Yeah, and it'd be better for us because we know exactly. We know that you know exactly where you're heading around there as well.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, we bought there was a gift shop that sold mini. It's a Mini Cooper model made out of a Mini Cooper.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a little chit in there that said this was made out of the bonnet of a Mini. It's an old English white Mini that was made out of the bonnet of a Mini.
Oh, that's quite cool.
It is. But yeah, we'll sort that out. We'll get that planned, and we've got to get the camping trip sorted as well. We've got to book that up.
Oh, I was hoping you'd forgotten about that.
Go fuck a lamppost. Anyways, fuck off, you tosser. Goodbye.
Bye. The lovely Neil, darling. Oh, God, and look at the time. It's midnight. Oh, seriously, I would love talking about motivation. And I was just talking about the simple motivation of getting my ass out to do a video. The motivation of other things like, saving money everywhere that you possibly can. I would love to have some things to look forward to, like another trip to Llandudno, meeting up with Simone, getting to Great Yarmouth with Emils, or, combining them all of that sort of thing. Let's talk about it. Let's at least talk about it and and try and plan some stuff. And because if we've got something like that dangling like a carrot in front of us, then for me at least, I'll be more inclined to do things to try and find a way that I can actually afford to do it. Because oh God, I'd love to do it. Anyway. We're cracking on to, we've gone past midnight, darlings. We're into election day. It is now July the 4th. July the 4th? It is, isn't it? Yeah, July the 4th, election day. It's going to be a day that will go down in history, potentially, depending on how big the Labour landslide is. And like I said at the beginning of this, whether you're into politics or not, the chances are that we are all going to wake up tomorrow morning and things are likely to change. Whether for the better or for the worse, we don't know. Will it still be the same old, same old? We don't know. But there is the possibility of change. So it's going to be a day to remember. Right, let's whiz through the comments and then let's all sod up to bed, shall we? I'm ready for my noodles and some more of this. It's not the best. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. And we should be grateful for that. I find it much easier to make videos when I'm alone, says Mustard. I don't, I'm the opposite. That candle is flaming away tonight. It is. The wick has flayed out. So it's a much bigger flame than it was before, and it's going to burn down a lot more quickly. Luckily, Boaty doesn't fart, could otherwise set the flowers on fire. I'm convinced the flowers are fake. You can't be, because the flowers have finally had it. If you're watching carefully, the petals have started to fall tonight. Oh, look, there they go. Look at them all. Oh, I've made a mess of my table now. Okay, right. Yeah, those flowers have got... I wish I hadn't done that. I really wish I hadn't done that. I could have got another 3 days out of those if I hadn't have shaken them. But they were definitely not fake, darlings. I might shoplift some new ones for tomorrow night for you. You've got me interested in Momo, says Stratospherian. You freeze them, don't you? Do you prepare the filling first and fill in raw dough and freeze at the end, or what is your procedure? Yeah, you make the filling, you make your keema, so you mince your meat, you add in all of the herbs and spices, you let that rest for a good while, as long as possible, really, to really let it inculcate all around itself. And then you make your simple pastry, and then to be honest, we use an upside down glass at work. We're not, and you get your little bit of pastry, you put it in your hand like that, you spoon some of the filling into it, and then you hand shape your Momo, and then you individually, we put them on a greased tray, but they have to be individual, and then you freeze them like that. So they're frozen raw, and they're frozen individually. Otherwise, they will stick together and be unmanageable. And then when they're frozen individually, then when they're fully frozen, you can gather them up and throw them in a bag. I have a new supply of Momo that came just the other day, and there they are. And I think I need to put in an order for some more Momo, because I think Neil wants a supply on the 22nd. Let me know how many, Neil. I did pre-warn Ram, and I said it might be 100 or 200. Let me know what you want. But also Liz messaged me this morning or yesterday morning to say that she's finally used the last of the batch that she bought. So she might need a reorder too. 200 sorted. Good man. That'll get you going for a while. Do you want chutney as well? And I'll tell Ram tomorrow. Maybe I could film a video for you, says Mustard. Okay. With chutney. Noted. Not a problem. Maybe I could film a video for you, says Mustard. You could tell a story and I take care of the editing and the cinematography. That would be interesting. Are Momo like ravioli? Asked Simone. I'm not 100% sure what ravioli are, but I suppose there might be similarities. Momo are a hell of a lot bigger. I don't really know what ravioli is, or raviolo if it's only one. They're tiny little pasta parcels, aren't they? A Momo, for those of you who don't know, God, do you want to see one? Hold on. National dish of Nepal and Tibet. Highly seasoned and spiced little handmade dumplings. An incredible filling, hand wrapped in a simple pastry, and then traditionally steamed from frozen and served with Momo chutney. Now this is frozen, so you don't see it exactly, but that is Momo chutney. And Momo chutney is tomato, chili, sesame, kind of really spicy dip for them. It's difficult to describe them. They're just the best thing that you'll ever eat. Oh dear. Oh, and people are explaining Momo. Oh, Rob's got at least 4 diesels. There we are. Oh, just as I'm trying to say goodbye as well. Hello.
Good evening. I just want to let you know this is for you.
Not sure what that was, but thank you. Oh dear. Oh, Emma's up for a Simone meetup somewhere in between. Oh, that'd be brilliant. I'd love to do that. The cable cars in Llandudno are amazing. I agree. Simone's saying good night. She needs to lie down, and I think we're all saying good night, aren't we now? Shoddy gluing at the flower factory. They're real. They are real. How long to steam from frozen? About, depending on the power of your steamer, then anywhere between 16 and 26 minutes, I would say. We can steam them very quickly at work because obviously we've got a massively industrial stove with incredible heat. At home, I've got a 2-tier steamer that sits on my hob, and that's about 24 minutes, something like that. And if you use one of those standalone electric type steamers, which aren't the best, might take a few minutes longer. All right, darlings. Right, that is about that. That is that for tonight. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's me and Emma. I'm gonna have to. Well, she might comment and let me know, but I might have to. Well, either way, somebody will be here tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. Oh, and it's the election day special, isn't it? That's going to be a... Hang on, let me just... Look, if these were plastic, I wouldn't be able to do that, would I? Those are totally real, discarded petals. Ugh. Oh, hang on. Oh, right. Okay. I'll let you know what's going to happen tomorrow. We've got some behind the scenes discussions because, oh, well, I'll tell you all about it. Right. Jolly good. Okay. So on that note, darlings, thank you so much for joining me today. And I wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a great day ahead. If you are going to vote, remember to take your photo ID with you. And please consider your vote carefully and do vote. Do vote. Seriously, do vote. It's kind of, we're lucky to have a democracy. You might not think so. You might not realize it. You might think they're all corrupt. They're all the same. And even if that were true, then the answer to that is that if they're all corrupt and all the same, then democracy is the answer, because it means that they can be voted out, you know? So, yeah, do vote and do cast your vote wisely. And I will, I will see you tomorrow night, 11 o'clock. Have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. And, oh, yeah, tomorrow's going to be an exciting one. And so that's it. Much love from me, and look forward to catching you tomorrow night. But you, and indeed, bosh.